Yeah.
Any questions on that?
I have no idea where your chart is. But you want to stick with Matthew, don't worry about your chart too much.
We'll be okay without your chart for now.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm glad to hear you're working on that. Okay. So here, new problem. I'm not writing the problem number because sometimes it can like blend into the rest of the problem. But again, like what I would do is I would first write out the letter of each math operation that I see. Addition, multiplication, and subtraction.
Multiplication goes first.
That's right. So can you do that for me? What is 7 times 3, or is that one you haven't done yet?
24.
21.
21. Sorry.
Yep. It's okay. You're going to get those down and you're going to say, how did I not know these, before now? So just keep going here. 4 plus 21 is
4 plus 21 is 25.
minus 1.
24.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, let's look at our next question here. Can you tell me what we should do first in this problem?
First you're gonna do the division, and that would be 3. And
I
then
agree.
Then you're gonna do 87 minus 3. And well.
Good. All right. Why don't you do number 4 on your own?
Okay. For that one, would it be 6? Because it doesn't say, it says like 6, then parentheses 9 plus 2 plus 7, but it doesn't say what the 6 would be.
Okay, yeah. So that's good. That's a good thing you're asking me. When there's sort of squeezed together,
You're just gonna guess it's multiplication.
there could be a dot there. So yeah, so I actually have the same problem when I create problems for students. It's whether I put the dot there or not, or the cross or the X. So if they're squeezed together, and hopefully that language is clear. If they're squeezed together, then it's multiplication.
Okay.
So you got multiplication, parentheses, addition, and then you got another addition on that problem. So give that a try.
Mm-hmm. $73.
So it's 6 times 11 plus 7, 66 plus 7, yeah, 73. Good. That's awesome. You got that figured out. Okay, I want you to pick a problem on the last page, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Actually, now let's have you do 1 or 2 first.
Okay, let's start with 1.
Okay, I want you to try working that out, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna jump in and help. This is just one review problem because of that. If you
Okay.
have any questions about the multiplication, let me know.
That's 27. Wait, which one?
You're gonna do number 138.
Oh, I was doing multi-digit subtraction.
Yeah, I want to get this division out of the way because you really do know how to do it, but I want to make sure you've got it down. So have you worked through this one?
Okay.
What did you try multiplying 38 by? Just so I can help.
38 times 5, and
Okay.
then that was 190.
So notice that we're trying to get to 329, which is quite a bit away from 190. So you're gonna have to go way up.
I was
Like,
gonna do 3 times 8, but
I think that's good. So that ends up being 288. Okay, I'll just give you these because I don't want us to have time in this. 38 times 9 is, I'm sorry, this is not right. Let me get you the right number there for that.
would it be 304?
Yes. I knew that there's like, that's not even close to right. And then the next one is 342.
And that's
Okay.
too much. So
Okay.
it's times 8.
So 8 goes here. What did you get when you subtracted?
I got 25, and then brought down the 5 and 255.
Good. And so you're close with that 38 times
That's
5.
why I'm doing 7.
Good.
Or 38 times 7.
Okay. What did you come up with for 38 times 7?
266.
Good. And then this one is 228.
And then the closest you can get with that would be times 6.
Good.
228.
Okay, so then subtract. What do you get when you subtract them?
Um,
And this is actually,
27?
yeah, and this is actually what you're working on that middle assignment. So yeah, let's so that's good. Does it say to check? It
yes,
says
it
to
does.
check. Oh my gosh, let's
Yeah.
check. Okay, 86 times 38.
Um,
How are you doing? How are you doing on the check?
good.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Okay, and then you add the 27, and that gets you to 3,295. Okay. Let's see how you're doing on the middle page, and then we'll come back and do 4 maybe, because could be kind of different. So let me snip in that first problem from the middle page there. And we've kind of been doing this already when we subtract. The idea though is that you can't 5 minus 8 is something you wouldn't do in this
I
case.
got 27.
And you've already done this. Okay. And so you're comfortable with here's how you borrow.
Yeah.
Okay. So the only ones that I guess could be an issue here is, let's look at this 180 minus 55. That's number 6, I believe. I think there's sometimes some issues with how to borrow with 0. So do you want me to go through this, or do you want to give it a try on your
I'll
own?
give it a try first.
Okay.
Um, 135.
Yes. Okay, so hopefully you so okay,
Yeah,
that's
it's changed
7.
that into a 10.
Yeah. Now, this doesn't have any of these, but let's just say, and I don't remember if we did this last time, 1009 minus like 623. And actually, I'm sorry, let me make this 1001. Okay. So to do a problem like this, the borrowing's a little bit different. Did you look at
take 0, can't take 0, so you'd have to take it from thousands place. That becomes a 0. That becomes, yeah.
So that's but you still have a problem, and that's where I'm, kind of wondering if you know how to approach this, because you actually need to borrow from that one. That one becomes a 9, and then you put a 10 there. That one becomes a 9, and you put a 1 there. Have you seen that before or not?
Not really.
Okay, but you I think you understand the idea is you go till you can borrow, then you borrow, but sometimes you have to keep going back. So essentially, when you have these problems with zeros, you end up putting 9s and then a 1 there. So it's 11 minus 3 is 8, 9 minus 2 is 7, 9 minus 6 is 3. But you do not have any like that on this page, so we don't need to worry about that.
No.
Why don't you pick I don't know, a problem 7, 8, and 9. Why don't you pick one of those and work it out, and just tell me which one you're going to do.
I'm gonna do 7.
Okay.
$5.79.
So close. So you borrowed from the 2, is that right?
Yeah.
So 10 minus 1 is 9.
9.
And then you cannot this is really a 1. It's not 12. It's a 1 minus a 5, which you can't do. So you borrow from here. So it's 11 minus 5 is 6.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's do 8, because 8 is very similar in that it has sort of the same situation where you borrow, but then you have to borrow again, kind of like we were doing with the 9s.
Okay, I'll do that one. 479.
Okay, let's check it out here together. So you borrow from the 7, that makes 6, 13. 13 minus 4 is 9, so check on that. You can't, 6 is smaller than 9, so you have to borrow from the 5. 16 minus 9 is 7, check on that. 4, check on that, good. Okay, let's pick one from 10, 11, or 12. Let's go right to 12.
Okay.
Right to 12, and we'll just try that.
Two 2,636. I don't know.
Okay, let's check it out together here. So I'm going to borrow from the 1, that makes 0. 14 minus 8 is 6, check. 0 minus 7, we can't do that, so we're going to borrow from the 1, from the 2, that makes 1, and then a 10. So 10 minus 7 is 3, check. I lost my digit there, but I can't do 1 minus 5, so I got to borrow from the 4, 3. 11 minus 5 is 6, check, check, good. So I think you got it down. Obviously you'll want to do a few more tonight for homework. So let's go to that last page. Let's do some more long division. I'll help you work this one out, but we know that this is one of those things you're working on really hard here to get. I don't think we've done a 3-digit one, but it's the same recipe as the others. You figure out, well, does it go into 9? Does it go into 92? Or does it go into 928? And it goes into 928. Okay. Now, what is 256 kind of close to?
It's kind of close to 200 or to 300 or
To
200.
250.
Yeah.
Okay. And then 928 is kind of close to 1,000. Okay. Kind of, like maybe you don't feel that way because but you know, it's roughly 1,000 to say. So how many times does 250 go into 1,000?
How many times can 250 go into 1,000? It can go in 4 times.
4 times. And so the reason we do this estimation here is it helps us figure out what number to try. So we're going to try 256 times 4. Yeah. So will you work that out for me?
Sure. I got 1,024.
I agree. And that's too big. Would you
Yeah.
agree? But
Yeah.
we know, here's what we know for sure. 256 times 3 is going to be less than that. And we can kind of see that 928 is about 100 away. So it's going to be good. It's going to, like, we know it's going to be 3. Okay. And that's why we're estimating, because it gets us close rather than just blindly like, I wonder what it could be.
Yeah. That can't be right, but maybe. I got 768.
That's correct. Okay. All right. So that goes down here and you're going to subtract. So I'd like you to work that out for me and let me know what your final answer is.
$160.
Yes. And then you bring the 2 down. This is horrible, right? It's 1,602. But if we kind of use our estimation, okay, if we say 256 is kind of like 250 and 1,600 is kind of like 1,500, 1,500 divided by 250. And if you think about like quarters and stuff, there's 4 quarters and 1,000, so there's 2 and 500. So this is around 6. So we should do 256 times 6.
Okay.
So let's have you try that for us.
I got 1,536.
So we need something slightly bigger than that, right?
Yeah.
To squeeze it, but we know that we can just put 6 there. We don't have to go up to 7 because we already know the next one's going to be bigger than
Yeah.
that. Okay, so go ahead and subtract those for me now that you know how to do it with the borrowing.
I definitely don't think this is right because it wouldn't make any sense, and it's 586. And I know that wouldn't make sense.
Well, you're not that far off. So you have to borrow from the 0, which you
Yeah.
can't. So you borrow from the 6, which is 5, and you put a 10 there, but you need to borrow from that. So that becomes a 9. And so it's 12. 12 minus 6. So that's definitely right. 6. 9 minus 3 is 6. What is 5 minus 5?
0.
And then 1 minus 1.
0. So 66.
That's your remainder. Yeah.
All right, now I'm going to use inverse.
Yes. So let's, yeah. So I know it's tough. 36 times 656. But there are 256, but 256 up top, 36 in the bottom. Let's work this out.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Excellent. Right. Well, that's probably it for today. I don't know if your mom or dad have any questions. I've got some time to talk. If not, we'll just pick up here next week on whatever else you're working on. You do have a few more problems to do tonight, so probably get to those as soon as you can, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're good on our end.
Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome. August, have a great weekend.
You too.
Okay, bye.